Hello and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'll be reviewing my custom LEGO Transformers, Ransack. Ransack here is based on his legacy toy, which was a remold of the legacy Kickback, so this figure shares a lot of features similar to the LEGO Kickback that I've made. However, I wanted to give that mold a full review in stop motion, as when I did my Kickback review I had exams on, so it was not a stop motion review. So here we are starting in bug mode, and some of the obvious changes from the Kickback are the wing size as well as the head, and the colour scheme is completely brand new. So spinning him to the side, you can see he shares a lot with Kickback, however I've added some new yellow armour in different places. And here at the back I've slightly changed the feet on the grasshopper mode. And here you can see some more of that yellow armour, as well as the orange wings have been slightly extended. And there's his head, which is slightly different to the Kickback version as it features these big red eyes. And speaking of the legacy Kickback, here he is. And this is probably one of the most accurate LEGO Transformers I've ever made, as he is very accurate to the design he is based on. And here at the front you can see how the wings are positioned, as they're slightly larger on this Ransack variant than they were on Kickback. And here you can see how accurate I've managed to get the proportions. And here at the back you can see how I've managed to do the spikes on the legs, as they are slightly different to the Kickback version. And the robot mode feet are also slightly different, as they feature more rounded parts than on the Kickback version. And here he is with the buzzworthy Bumblebee Silver Streak. So you can see this Insecticon is around a Voyager class in scale. And here he is with the Studio Series Bumblebee movie Ironhide. And here he is with the LEGO Speed Champions McLaren. And here he is with a minifigure. So he is around a Voyager class in scale. By getting those out of here, before we get to the transformation, it is time for an accessory. I've decided to include a Kickback version of the head. I did this as it looks like the toy accurate version of Kickback's head. So you can really see the differences here, as the Kickback head doesn't feature the big red bug eyes and the antenna are on the side of the head, not the top. But there they are, swapped out. And this is also how they swap out on the legacy toy. But swapping it back, now it's time for the transformation. So starting off with the transformation, we come to the head, and now we can rotate down the antennas. And after this we can rotate around the head 180 degrees. And now once this is done we can come to the legs. Here we can take the hinge joints and compress them, and we can also take the toe and rotate it into the correct position. And we can now repeat the same on the other side, so we take the hinge and compress it, and we can also rotate around the toe. And now we can come to this side of the legs, where we can take the robot mode knee joint and fold it into the correct position, as it right now is bent the wrong way at the knee, so we can just straighten it out. We can also take the bug legs and we can rotate them around. Now we can come to the wings, where they will fold down on this hinge joint, so we can have them flat on the robot mode chest. Once this is done, we can finish off the legs. So we just take the bug mode legs and we can use the ball joints and compress them into the side of the shins. Once this is done, we can get them standing up, and it's time to work on the arms. So to start off with on the arms, we just take the ball joint at the shoulder and we can spin it around so the arms are pointing down the way. Now we can compress the first part of the arms, and this will form his bicep. And the final step is we take both the other parts of the insect legs and we can just compress them. And this step is obviously repeated on the other side. So here we have Ransack in his robot mode. And you can see he is very similar to Kickback, however it is all new colours as well as the larger wings and some added yellow armour. And this is one of the most kibble-free designs I've built in my LEGO Transformers. as the insecticons tend to have a very simple design, so it is easy to make a simple transformation without a lot of kibble. And I actually quite like the colours on this guy, as the yellow makes it look a lot less bland than a mostly black Kickback. But speaking of Kickback, we can swap back to the Kickback head just to see how it looks. So removing this head, and then we can replace it with the Kickback one. But now it's time for some comparisons, so let's swap back to the original head. So comparing him here with the Legacy Kickback first. Here's the Legacy Kickback in its bug mode. And getting it transformed, you'll see that Ransack is around a Voyager in scale, and he dwarfs the Legacy version. But spinning him round to the side, you can see it is pretty accurate. The only thing I couldn't replicate is how the legs compress into the robot mode legs. But apart from that, it is a very accurate design. And most of the proportions and articulation are very similar to the Legacy version. But comparing him with a slightly older figure, here he is with a Siege Optimus Prime. And you can see he is pretty much head to head with Siege Optimus Prime. And here he is with a Legacy drag strip. But getting him out of there, here he is with the Studio Series Rise of the Beasts, Scourge, who slightly dwarfs Ransack. And for another Studio Series comparison, here he is with a Jeep Bumblebee, who's around half the height of Ransack. And here he is with the Speed Champions Lego McLaren, as well as a minifigure. Now it's time for another robot mode accessory, and this is a gun that is based on the Legacy Kickback's weapon. So getting Ransack out of here, we can bring in the gun, which is based on the Legacy figure. And I even included an effect piece to make it look like it's shooting. And the effect piece can just slot into the barrel, and this can be tabbed into his hand using the clip. So here he is, holding the gun. Now I decided not to include articulation in this video, as it is just the same posability as the Kickback, but here you can see that he has pretty much average joints everywhere, except he does include a pretty good ankle rocker, as well as universal hip joints. So if you want to check out the full articulation, then you can go see my Lego Kickback video. So that was it for my Lego Insecticon Ransack inspired by his Legacy toy. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and please remember to like, comment and subscribe if you want to see weekly Lego Transformers. And speaking of subscribing, if I can hit 2,000 subscribers, then I'm going to build a Lego Bruticus, so please like and share this video. Goodbye.